I wish I would have known this in my chronic fatigue healing journey. I was doing many things right, but my health wasn't budging and getting better for the first 4 years. And it's not that these things were bad, eating a healthy diet or cleaning up my diet, supplements, meditation, yin yoga, meditation retreats. All of that stuff is good. But what kept me stuck is the fear of my symptoms. I was so afraid of energy crashes, of burning out, of feeling more miserable than I already was, that my life became so constricted and constrained. And there were so many rules around what I can't do and what I should do. And that constant fear drove high anxiety in my system. And I didn't recognize it as that when I was going through it. And when there's this high anxiety in the body, and we're in survival mode, and the body doesn't distinguish between, or the nervous system doesn't distinguish between external threats and internal threats. So even our thoughts of just being afraid of being tired was enough to keep my body stuck in shutdown, in freeze and functional freeze, because I was still able to get by with the minimum necessary to survive. And there was a period where even that wasn't possible, and I just took 3 months. Actually, it was maybe more like 6 months of stress leave that year. But I regress. I come back. So fear, yeah. Part of the somatic experiencing work that I did for my own healing, the somatic practices and the nervous system regulation tools that I used, or neurosensory exercises, I started to connect with the fatigue, with the headaches. I had migraines, constant, frequent migraines, with the energy crashes. I learned to connect with them with a different mindset. Instead of fearing them, they became just part of my recovery process and messengers. As I was regulating my nervous system and I was getting better, there were less energy crashes. And the energy crashes weren't as long to recover from. And if I overdid it, then I felt worse. And I learned to not overdo it this much, you know? I learned to, in my recovery process, I went, overdid it, came back, overdid it, came back, overdid it, came back, overdid it, until I could feel like the subtleties of how my system communicated with me. And then I could feel the approach of like, oh, I'm approaching my boundary of burnout line. And I would then have a choice and realize, okay, is it worth it to keep going and have fun? Let's say it's a fun thing. Maybe it's a work thing that I have to push through. But I got a choice of, is it worth it to cross that boundary? And can I cross it just a little bit and still take care of myself so that I don't crash quite so hard with my energy? And when I started seeing these symptoms as messengers of how I was doing with my lifestyle, with my life choices, with my healing journey, I became less afraid of them, and they became an ally of mine, telling me what I needed, what my body needed. I summarize. I was doing lots of good things to recover from chronic fatigue, but what kept me stuck was the fear of my symptoms, the fear of crashing, having energy crashes, of burning out. And once I stopped fearing the symptoms and used them as messengers, then the healing really started to take off.